So you want to take your video editing to a new frontier, but you have no idea where to start? Let's talk about how to outsource your video editing. Good news, there are so many benefits to outsourcing video editing. I'll tell you how outsourcing my video editing took a huge weight off my shoulders in today's video and at a fraction of the cost that you would think that it could be. And if you're wondering where to find your dream video editor, I've got some great ideas for you and some tips to get you started with the hiring process. I'm going to share my entire process with you. And then there are two things to think about when hiring a video editor. Watch till the end of this video to find out what they are. I can't tell you how much of a huge relief it was when I finally outsourced my video editing. And I'll tell you that I was stuck in a mindset thinking that I'm the only person that can do this. I'm the only person that knows how to edit my videos with the right branding and the right cuts, and it'll take me too long to try to train someone. I was like, I'm a snowflake unicorn and no one can do this. I am so glad that I finally got over myself and outsourced my videos because I have saved so much time. And I have editors now that can carry out the vision and produce even better results that exemplify the brand. So I want you to think for yourself, how much time are you spending on your videos that maybe if you outsource that, could you be spending that time on other things that you enjoy or other things that generate more revenue for you? After getting over the thought that I am a snowflake unicorn and I'm the only one that can edit my videos properly, my next fear was, is this going to be expensive? Can I even afford to hire a video editor? Well, let me tell you something. If you do it right, you can't afford not to. Before you hire a video editor, ask yourself, do you have more time than money or do you have more money than time? If you have the ability to put your time into something that can help you make more money, then you might be leaving money on the table by trying to do it all yourself. Let me tell you, my first video editor I hired for $15 a video. They edited my entire YouTube video and repurposed multiple versions that I could put on Facebook and Instagram stories and all the different dimensions. I paid them $15 per video. Two things to consider here. Do you think that the video that they made with all the different repurposed versions so I could reach people on all different platforms might help me to make more than $15? Or that my own time that I was able to buy back, that in the time it would take me to edit the video myself, I could be doing something else in my life or business that's worth more than $15? I can't imagine where I or my business would be if I still felt like I had to do it all myself. Before I hired a video editor, I was only able to take on so much work. And now I have a video marketing agency where I'm able to serve multiple clients. Well, if I was still doing that all myself, I wouldn't have the time. Now all of our videos are outsourced. They work all around the world and all in different time zones, and we work more efficiently than ever and at a great budget where I can make more money because I'm outsourcing to people who are working in their superpower so that I can now work in mine. So now you're probably asking, where do I find these video editors? Well, I found them in multiple places and I've tried them all, so I'm going to share with you my favorite places to look. First of all, you can look on LinkedIn. You can post on any of your social media platforms, but LinkedIn has actual job posting boards where you can say, I'm looking for a video editor. Here's the job description. Here's some examples of videos that I want them to edit. That's a great place to start. There's also job sites like Indeed.com, or you can get referrals from other entrepreneurs. I also like going into Facebook groups that are specifically for video editors because that's a great way to find them and say, hey, I have this project or I'm looking for someone. Here's the link to the job posting for anyone who's interested in applying. Now, I mentioned that I've outsourced to other countries, and that's how I got my first video editor for $15 per video. Now, you can find video editors in other countries, which is a really great benefit to everyone. Their cost of living is less than what it is in America, so we can bless them by paying them more than what they might make in these other countries, and we get it at a cost that's affordable to us. So you can find video editors on sites like Fiverr, Upwork, or onlinejobs.ph. Regardless of where you find your video editor, your hiring process is going to be the most important part. And at Jaxx Productions, we have a pretty intensive hiring process, and that's on purpose because when you're hiring someone for your company, you don't want to waste time or money. I don't want to waste time in the hiring process trying to find the right person and have high turnover and have to do it all over again or train someone all over again. We want to do it right. And we also want to protect the company culture and bring someone onto the team that's a great fit and continues to motivate the team. So I'm going to share with you our entire hiring process. The first step is to create your job description. You want this to be very thorough and detailed. You want to have the role, the responsibilities, and the results. So you set the expectation right off the bat for what you're looking for and what's required and what you expect from this person 90 days or a year from now. This also helps the applicant so they can see the growth path within the company. A lot of people want to know, how can I excel or how can I move up? Now, from the job description, we're really specific in our push-pull language. We want to attract the right people, and we also want to repel the wrong people. Like I said, we want to protect the company culture, so we want people that have the same vision and same values. Now, instead of having someone just submit their resume, in our job description, we include a link for them to fill out a form. And on that form are the same questions that we might ask in a preliminary interview. But instead of us getting on the phone and spending that time, they fill it out in the form where we can skim for their answers and spend more time reviewing the forms from people that we think are good candidates. This is so great at saving time and being more efficient because you can tell right away when someone fills it out if they aren't really a good fit. Sometimes people will answer the questions really short and you can tell they really didn't make much of an effort and maybe don't want this job, maybe aren't a right fit for the company. And then there's some people that you can tell they've done their research, they're really excited about the job, and they would be a great fit for your company culture. Now, after reviewing that questionnaire on the form, I'll make a short list of candidates and call them. And on that phone call, I can get a better feel for their personality, learn more about them, and see how we communicate. If that phone call goes well, I'll ask them if they can do a small test assignment. Now, this assignment is something that is very preliminary. We want them to spend like 10 to 15 minutes on it, something simple. Now, this is such an important step that you gotta make sure that you do not miss because it's gonna do a few things. It's gonna show you the quality of their work. You're gonna see if they can follow instructions and if they can meet deadlines. You'll also be able to get a feel for their personality through the work. You can see how creative they are and also how eager they are to complete this step. This is where a lot of people can weed themselves out of the process if they don't adhere to the deadline or if they just don't complete it. The people who will be a great fit for the role that you're hiring for should be eager to complete this and they should get it done on time. If they can't follow instructions or get it done on time before you hire them, what do you think hiring them would look like? And I'll tell you a funny story. We had one person that responded to the request for a test assignment and said, "How dare you? You're exploiting me for free work. This would take me 6 hours to do," which was a great indicator for us that this person wouldn't be a good fit for our company. We said, "Thanks so much. This would have taken our video editors 15 minutes. If that would take you 6 hours, that tells us you're not a great fit." We want this person to be a team player, and we think it's totally reasonable to be able to see an example of their work before hiring them. If the test assignment goes well, we'll have another interview where we can talk more about the role and the finances of the role. And then from there, if that goes well, we'll give them another test assignment that we'll now pay them for because we want it to be a more in-depth assignment. And if that goes well, you probably have your perfect candidate to add to your dream team. Now, before you hire a video editor, I have a few questions for you that you need to ask yourself. But before I tell you those questions, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, hit that big red button because I'm putting out videos like this every single week. Before hiring anyone, you need to ask yourself, what's the capacity I need to hire someone for? Do I need to hire someone full-time or part-time or just for project work? Regardless, you want to make sure that you are still following the same hiring and screening process. Post the job, do the interviews, have the test assignments, because regardless of what capacity they come onto your team, you still want to make sure they're a good fit and going to give you the best quality of work. The best way to determine if you want someone full-time, part-time, or by the project is to look at how much time you're spending on it right now. If you have a team, also ask your team how much time they're spending on it. We like to do time studies within our company every few months where everyone in the team writes down everything that they're doing every 15 minutes so that at the end of a 2-week period, we can see here's how much time we're spending on this, here's how much time we're spending on this, and here's where our superpowers are and where we should strategically be spending our time. And from all the things that we find that we can outsource, those become a job description for someone else. Also ask yourself how much editing you require. Do you need more basic editing, just like cutting and trimming, splicing some clips together? Or do you need more advanced editing like color correction, noise and distortion cleanup, color grading, audio and video enhancements? That might be really important for you to know when you're creating the job description so you can attract the right person with the right qualities and skills. When you can get really clear on what you need, you know what kind of qualities you need to look for. You know, your editors can edit various styles of videos and you want them to be able to adhere to your brand and style and vision and messaging, and for them to have experience with different kinds of editing software. In their test assignment, you also want to be looking out for their creativity and their attention to detail. That's going to be really important as you continue to develop your relationship and develop the skills of your video editor. If you're ready to take your content marketing to the next level and build an evergreen lead generation machine from your content, then click the link below and reserve your spot in my next free training. This is the exact strategy that my 6, 7, and 8-figure clients use to maximize their cash flow through online content, and you could be next.